Might not know it, but today is National Nonprofit Day, and Cincinnati is full of incredible nonprofit organizations who give back to the community in countless ways. Keep Cincinnati Beautiful is one of them. I'm joined by Jonathan, Executive Director of Keep Cincy Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today to tell us
Great to be with you.
Of course, absolutely. So for those who might not know, tell us about the organization and what you all do.
Keep Cincinnati Beautiful is really a volunteer-driven kind of nonprofit.
Yeah.
We were formed back in 1978 as Clean Cincinnati Incorporated. Actually, Pete Rose was on our first advisory board.
Wow.
We were basically formed for a couple of reasons. One, it didn't seem like people wanted to go volunteer for their local Department of Public Services, but they would volunteer for a nonprofit organization. And also, we could engage across 52 neighborhoods with stakeholders from those neighborhoods to do great transformational things.
Very cool.
We're dedicated towards being the cleanest city in the United States, and we can't do that on our own. We know that we need hundreds, if not thousands, of volunteers to do that.
Absolutely.
There are roughly 152 pieces of litter for every man, woman, and child in the United States. Wow. So in Cincinnati, it's about 46 million pieces of litter, so it takes a lot of hands to clean that up, and then a lot of education to make sure that once it is cleaned up, it doesn't get back on the ground again.
Well, I'm thinking just too about the fact that Cincinnati, obviously, we have a lot of tourists come to this area because of our professional sports and all of the other gorgeous things there are to experience here. And so it's even more important to keep that economy thriving too, to make sure that people want to come back when they see our streets looking absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely. It is a big measure of not only travel and tourism, but attracting and retaining talent. People want to come and raise their families in places that are clean, green, and beautiful.
Right.
We know that you can have a clean city without being beautiful, but you can't have a beautiful city without being clean.
So true. If people want to get involved, tell me a little bit about some of the events that you guys put on and how people can get involved with them.
Sure. Two ways I want to highlight. One is our Adopt a Spot program, and individual citizens can be, and I can't clean up the whole city, but I can be responsible for that area right in front of my own front door. And that's what we want people to think of all of Cincinnati's public spaces. These are our front yards to the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
So people can sign up and adopt a spot. In the last year, we've had 250 spots adopted by just neighbors and Girl Scout troops and whatnot. And they are cleaning up a greater acreage than all of Disneyland. Another program which is pretty important to us is called Don't Dump the Natty. So litter gets to the ground one of three ways. It gets thrown, it gets blown, and it gets dumped. To the extent that it's dumped, that's a crime.
Yeah.
And we've worked for a number of years on setting up cameras, providing surveillance, trying to catch bad guys. It's probably a better idea to try to incentivize people behaving lawfully.
Right.
So we have a setup in Northside on Cherry Street where the last Friday of each month people can come and bring all this stuff that would otherwise end up on a hillside or in a waterway that costs the city of Cincinnati taxpayers about $3 million.
Right.
And each month we're having 300 to 400 vehicles coming by, and it's a true waste diversion event. So it's not just collecting trash, it's setting aside e-waste and cardboard and scrap metal and furniture and working with community partners to make sure that we're doing the very best job that we possibly can.
Absolutely, and it's those little things that really make the bigger impact. I've heard people say before, like, oh, if I just pick up that one piece of trash, what is that really going to do? But can you speak to how it really is? It's so much bigger than that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's collective. The biggest attractive nuisance to litter is litter. So if you see litter, it makes people want to litter more. Yeah. And people, I think, by and large, know that it's something that they shouldn't be doing. If you go off any exit ramp in town and you look, and there's a lot of litter, but 85 to 90% of it's on the driver's side because people litter when there's nobody else around. You don't want to be like, hey, I'm the person who's littering.
Yeah.
And the whole idea behind a clean city is you have a number of people who are really interested in the environment. And it's interesting that the people who care most about the environment statistically are like people aged 15 to 24.
Right, yeah.
Also, the people who litter the most are the people ages 15 to 24. So it's changing that ratio so that the people who care kind of drown out the people who don't. And it's a measure of public health. It's a measure of public safety. Anytime you install an urban green space in a neighborhood, it reduces violent crime around a mile around that green space by 12%.
Such important work that you all are doing, helping keep our city beautiful. Jonathan, where can people find you all to get involved?
Sure, you can come onto our website, www.keepcincinnatibeautiful.org. There's fascinating information there about all of our programs. We're also very heavily into the arts. We've done installations for Blink, so the arts community is also something that's very passionate about the environment, and we link those things up together as well.
I love it. Jonathan, thank you so much for being here this morning and sharing all that information. We so appreciate it.
Thanks. Great to be with you.
Of course. And stick with us. We'll be right back after this.